Hello students, welcome to powertutorials. So today we'll cover all the important formulae from chapters 8 to 14. Okay, in the previous live session, that is day before yesterday, I have completed all the important formulae for 1 to 7 chapters. If you're interested, I will after this live session, I will also keep the description link in the description. You can refer to it. Or else you could also check my channel where in the live section you can see maths important formula chapters 1 to 7 video will be available there. Okay, so just give me 2 minutes. Let me check whether audio everything is fine. Okay, could see I'm able to, my audio is proper. Fine, so let's continue with the video now. So I'll just mention the same in chat. Hello everyone. Maths revision formulae of chapters 8 to 14. Okay, so all the 8 to 14 chapters important formula we're going to cover today. So if any doubts in between, if any doubts in the session, kindly mention here. Okay, is it clear now? I just changed my headphones jack. Hi Kamna, is my voice is proper? Is it okay? Is it okay now? Okay, not sure what is the issue. Let me just okay, Kamna, I think from my end it is proper. Maybe some network issue in between, maybe from the server or not. Okay, anyway, I'm going to write in detail over the video as well. You can refer to the video and let me know in the chat section if anything is not clear. Okay, I'll try to do my best. I'll just repeat the content, and as mentioned, I'll also write all the formulas clearly in the slides. Okay, so let's see if it goes well. Anyway, after this class I will just make it public, so maybe tomorrow you can find the same video in the channel as well. So we'll try to do my best. Okay, let's see. So in this video, starting from the 8th chapter. So in the previous video, I have covered all the first 7 chapters, that is real numbers. I have done polynomials, I have covered. And then pair of linear equations in 2 variables. And also covered quadratic equation formulas. 2 formulas we have, that is for normal and other. One is arithmetic progression. Here you have 3 important formulas, that is common difference, nth term, as well as the sum of n terms. Those 3 are covered. And then triangle chapter, we have only 2 important formulas are present, because the other things with respect to sums we need to understand how to solve it. And as I clearly mentioned, practice is very important for triangle chapter. And the next 7th chapter is a coordinate geometry. Here we have only I think 3 important formulas. One is the distance between 2 points. If a point is dividing a line joining 2 points, then how to find that ratio, and then the equidistant point. Okay, so all 3 we have covered. So now we are going to cover the chapters from chapter 8. So chapter 8, first chapter, the 8th chapter is trigonometry chapter, where we are important all the formulas you have to study. Okay, so we are going to study those important formulas now. So now this is chapter 8. So chapter name is Introduction to Trigonometry. in total we have 6 trigonometric ratios and 3 identities. So all 6 as well as 3 identities I will discuss now. So the 6 trigonometric ratios are sine, cos, tan, and then we have cosecant, secant, and cot. Okay, so for all 6 trigonometric ratios we need to remember for 0 degrees, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, and 90 degrees. So for all these 5 angles we have to remember all the 6 ratio values. So I'm going to draw a table now to clearly understand, and so that you can refer it as easily for the later. So the table starts with sine, cos, tan, cosecant, secant, and cot. So these are degree ratios and this is degrees. So degree, as I mentioned, we have total 5 important degrees you have to remember, which are 0, 30, 45, 60, and 90. Okay, I'll also help you the trick to remember all 6 ratios. The first ratio sine. If you remember sine values, then you can easily remember for all the other values as well. Okay, for sine 0 is 0, sine 30 1 by 2, sine 45 1 by root 2, sine 60 is root 3 by 2, and sine 90 is 1. So just remember at least this line. Using this line we can solve the other values as well. So cos is easy, just write in reverse order. So it is 1 root 3 by 2, 1 by root 2, 1 by 2, and 0, and then tan is sine by cos. Okay, so it is in way tan angles are easy. It is 0, 1 by root 3, 1, root 3, and infinite. So if you remember till 3 is 3, the bottom 3 can be written easily. Why? Because this bottom 3 are nothing but the inverse of top 3. Okay, so cosecant is 1 by sin, so 1 by 0 it is infinite, 1 by 1 by 2 which is 2, 1 by root 2 which is root 2, 1 by root 3 by 2 will become 2 by root 3, and 1 by 1 is 1. Secant, as similarly for sine and cos, just opposite. Same way cosecant and secant you can write it as inverse way. So here 1, 2 by root 3, root 2, 2, and infinite. For cot it is 1 by tan. So simply write in reverse order or same way. Both we can get done. So it is 1 root 3, 1 by root 3, and 0. Okay, so this is easy one. Just remember the at least sine values, then by yourself you can write all the other values. Okay, fine. So after remembering, so make sure while coming in your exam, just take a rough sheet as a last and try to write all this table first of all, because from trigonometry chapter you will get at least 5 to 10 marks for your exam. So using this values you have to solve it. So make sure just write the table at the end, then by referring to the table you can solve any question which might be the asking in the question. Okay, so after the ratios, what is important from trigonometry chapter means you have to remember cosecant theta is nothing but 1 by sin theta, secant theta is equal to 1 by cos theta, tan theta can be written as two ways, either sin by cos or 1 by cot. So these things you have to remember with respect to ratios. Okay, and then with respect to right angle triangle, how to remember, I will write it now. If it is right angle triangle, what are the ratio values? So this is the angle here. Let's suppose this is theta. Then side opposite to theta will be opposite side. Side connecting to this theta will be adjacent side. And the other one which we already know for right angle triangle, the longest side is nothing but hypotenuse. So what is sin theta with respect to triangle means? Sin theta is opposite side by hypotenuse. Cos theta is adjacent side by hypotenuse. Then tan theta is opposite by adjacent side. So just reverse also you can write it down. Cosecant theta is nothing but 1 by sin theta. So here it will be hypotenuse. Secant theta, hypotenuse by adjacent side, and cot theta is adjacent by opposite. So these 6 with respect to triangle you have to remember, because if they provide you any one ratio, just write in the triangle form, get the other side, and then write whatever angle which is required. So for example, I will just say, if in the question they provide you cos theta is equal to 4 by 5, and if they ask me what is tan theta, then how to solve this? I will just first I will draw the triangle first, and then this is theta. Cos is adjacent by hypotenuse, so this is adjacent, this is hypotenuse, so this side we don't know. So using Pythagoras theorem for right angle triangle, which is, let's suppose this is x, then x square plus 4 square is equal to 5 square. So x square will become 5 square minus 4 square, which is 24 minus 16. So x square will become 9, so x will become 3. So this side is nothing but 3. So what they are asking now, tan theta. What is tan theta? Opposite by adjacent, which is 3 by 4. See, using cos theta, how I found the tan theta? It is very easy. Just we have to draw in terms of triangle, and then write the others, get the other side of the triangle using Pythagoras theorem, and then solve whichever the trigonometric ratio they are asked. Okay, so let's move to the next one. Then we have 3 identities. So what are the 3 identities? Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Then we have 1 plus tan square theta is equal to 1. And the last one, it's not 1, it is secant square theta. And the last one is 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosecant square theta. So we have 3 identities. Using these identities, most of the proof that type of questions can be solved. Okay, and one more algebraic equation which we need to remember for this chapter is a square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. This will be very useful using these identities. Why? Because if I move tan square to the right side, this becomes secant square theta minus tan square theta, so which is nothing but a plus b into a minus b. In that form we got to write it, and that's all the questions. So these are the main formulas from the 8th chapter, which is Introduction to Trigonometry. Okay, so let's see the 9th chapter formulas. Applications of trigonometry. So for the applications of trigonometry, we have to remember 2 things. One is angle of elevation, and second is angle of depression. So because in this chapter we are going to cover only one application of trigonometry, which is heights and distances. So for heights and distances, we need to remember how if angle of elevation is provided, how to solve it. If angle of depression is provided, how to solve it. Okay, so let's suppose we have a okay, this is the building here. Let's suppose we have a building here, and suppose we have a point here. Suppose, okay, let's suppose a boy is present here. Okay, so if he is able to see the top of the building, then this angle is nothing but angle of elevation. I will write it as theta e. This is building. Same way, what is depression means? If a building is present and a boy is present on the ground, and another boy is present here on the top of the building. Okay, so now he is able to see the boy at some angle. That angle is nothing but angle of depression. We will represent as theta d. So angle of elevation means the angle from bottom to top, whereas angle of depression means the angle from top to bottom, but it's not with respect to building, it is with respect to the horizontal line. Okay, so using our parallel lines concept, this angle and this angle are equal, which is, I can see this is also theta d, because these two are alternate angles. If I draw 2 parallel lines like this, then this angle and this angle are equal, which are alternate angles. So that's where this is theta d, but as per convention we can also write this is also theta d. Okay, don't write this as theta d, this is wrong. This is theta d with respect to horizontal line, because these are the only formulas, only concept which is important for. Yeah, hi Hari, good evening. So Hari, if you have any friends who are also writing 10th class exams, you can share this video to them. Okay, so let's continue. Hari, chapter 8 is already done, that is introduction to trigonometry, so just revise for you. So this is the main part for introduction to trigonometry, that is all 6 ratio formulas you have to remember. And then we have cosecant in form of sine, secant in form of cos, tan in form of sine by cos, and that can also be written as 1 by cot. Then using right angle triangle, you can also write all the 6 ratios respect to sides, like sine is opposite by hypotenuse, cos is adjacent by hypotenuse, tan is opposite by adjacent, and the others are just opposite to sine, opposite to cos, opposite to cot. Okay, then we have, okay, this is one of the example. If cos theta is provided, how to find tan theta means I will just using the triangle, I will just write this is adjacent, this is hypotenuse. So using Pythagoras theorem, I got the opposite side. Then usually using tan theta I can see opposite by adjacent side is nothing but tan theta, so 3 by 4 will be the answer. Okay, then we have covered 3 identities. Sin square plus square is 1, 1 plus tan square is secant square, 1 plus cot square is cosecant square. So based upon the other formulas, prove that type of questions can be solved using these 3 identities. Okay, then we started chapter 9, which is applications of trigonometry. So in applications of trigonometry, the application which we have in the 10th class is only heights and distance application. So for this we have 2 concepts, angle of elevation and angle of depression. Angle of elevation means the angle from bottom to top, whereas angle of depression means from top to bottom, but it's not like this is the angle. The angle with respect to horizontal line is the angle of depression. So using alternate angles concept between 2 parallel lines, if this is theta d, then this is also theta d. Okay, so main important trigonometry ratio for this chapter is that only tan theta and cot theta. Mostly using those two we can solve all the questions. So for a small example I will provide you. For this can be occurring for 2 marks question. They can say that I have a building which is of height, suppose 100 meters. Okay, it cannot be 100 meters. Okay, 10 meters is the height of a building. Okay, then I have an object on the bottom, or else I can say that boy is present on the, okay, this is road. And if they ask you, if they say that boy can see the top of the building with an angle of suppose 60 degrees. If they ask you find the distance between the building and the boy, and repeating the question, they are saying that we have a building which is of height 10 meters. And on the road there is a boy is present, and the boy is saying that I am able to see the top of the building with an angle of 60 degrees. So if he is saying that he is able to see the top of the building, then definitely this angle is nothing but theta e, which is angle of elevation. So we have, this is building height and this is ground. So using this is, if we say this is theta, okay, I will just write in triangle form. This is opposite side, this is theta, and this is adjacent side. Opposite is present and adjacent we want, so simply using tan theta we can solve this question, because tan theta is nothing but opposite by adjacent. Tan 60 is equal to opposite height is nothing but height of building, which we have 10 meters, by adjacent d. So simply tan 60 value you have to remember all the trigonometric ratios. So tan 60 is root 3, so 10 by d. So d will become 10 by 3, 10 by root 3 meters. So this is nothing but distance between the boy and the building. This is just 2 marks question, but from this chapter there are possibilities to also to get 5 marks questions as well as 3 marks questions as well. For 5 marks they can give you scenarios where we have 2 objects, we have a lighthouse, we have 2 boats, and they will provide you the distance, angle of elevation from first one to angle of elevation to second one. Or they can also say that one car is moving towards a building, from this point I know what is the angle, and from this point I know what is the angle. They can ask you what is the speed of the car traveling. So this type of questions will be coming for 5 marks. So mostly tomorrow I will try to solve at least a few 5 marks questions, and day after tomorrow we will also cover another type of questions. Okay, from 4th and 5th I will leave Okay, I will continue because they can refer to the, because I heard that there are few exams on 6th as well, but still as per my convenience I'll keep on doing the videos, so whenever you have time you can refer to this. Okay, so this is respect to 9th chapter. Let's see the 10th chapter. Okay, 10th chapter is one of the tricky chapter when compared to all others. Only two chapters I told you which are tricky. One is triangles chapter and other is circles chapter. Okay, so for these two chapters I'll try to make a separate video where I will cover most of the interesting questions, that is of 3 marks and 5 marks questions. Okay, these two I will cover. I'll try to make it a separate video. Okay, just I will discuss only I think 2 or 3 are the formulas, but as I mentioned the concepts are little good when compared to all other formula based chapters. Only circles and triangles chapter are the ones where we need to think and then solve it. It's not like direct formula based questions. Okay, so for the circles chapter, the okay, basics I will tell you. So this is a circle which has the center O, and this is nothing but radius R. So main important topic from this chapter is tangents concept. Okay, suppose this is the tangent here, then what is the concept means, from this point if I draw two lines from the same point, so this is suppose external point A, then this is D, then this is also D. That is length of tangents from one point to the circle is equal. From external point we can have two tangents, so those two should be equal. Okay, and this angle is nothing but 90 degrees. This angle is 90 and this angle is also 90. So for one more questions, one important question I will ask you. Okay, Hari, if you know you can also answer the same. If I have total 3 points, I will mark it. I will say this is X, and this is Y, and this is Z. Okay, this is a circle. So how many number of tangents are possible? Number of tangents to the circle are possible from 3 points. From X, how many tangents are possible? From Y, how many tangents are possible? And from Z, I want how many tangents are possible? Can you answer this question? And repeating again. So we have 3 points. One is external to the circle, one is on the circle, and other is inside. To know how many tangents to this circle are possible from these 3 points. From X, how many are possible? From Y, how many are possible? And from Z, how many are possible? It's okay if you tell a wrong answer or not, because if you do right or wrong currently doesn't matter, but I want you to do properly in the exam. Okay, just I want to, can you tell the answers? From X infinity. Okay, what about from Y and Z? Good. From X it should be 2, because it should be like this. What about Y? Y, how many tangents are possible? Very good. From Y it is 1. From Z? Hari, can you please answer? From Z, how many tangents are possible? Yes, from Z, no tangent. Very good, Hari. So just repeat again. So for tangent, which is a line which is just connecting that circle. So from external point like X, we can have two tangents, whereas from point like Y, which is on the circle, we can have only one tangent, and from one which is inside the circle, you cannot have any tangent. So as I mentioned, from this chapter formulas are very less, but the concepts and the questions will be different. Okay, so the only concept is the tangent's length should be same, and these lines are perpendicular from the center. Okay, only that is the main concept. But how to solve all these things means you have to use the triangles concept, and then we have to find, using Pythagoras theorem and all, you have to find the other values. It's okay, Harry, no problem. Even I can say that my network may not be 100% sure, okay, but you did very good. Fine. So let's move to the next chapter, which is areas related to circle. This is also an important chapter, and this is completely formula based. It is not much difficult when compared to circles and triangles chapter. Okay, so total chapter is areas related to circles. So from this chapter we have two concepts, which are sector and segment. So the sector point is very easy. Just remember this sector as a slice of pizza. I think everyone knows what is pizza. Okay, just remember a sector is a slice of pizza, because suppose the entire circle is a pizza, then a slice of it like this. This part is nothing but sector. Okay, well, then what is a segment? Segment means, don't consider it as a pizza, no, because it will be, okay, you can also consider, you can do it. So what is sector means, sorry, what is segment means, suppose we have a chord like this. Chord means nothing but a line which is connecting 2 points inside a circle. Okay, this is chord. I will change the color. So this is chord, red line is chord. So what is segment now? Segment is nothing but, I will change another color. This is segment. Pink line is segment, whereas the blue, complete blue line is, blue shaded part is sector. So in this chapter we are going to cover the areas and perimeters of this sector and segments. Okay, for segment there is no perimeter, only area we need to consider. But for sector, we can also, they can also ask you what is the length of the sector. Okay, so let's see all three formulas. So for sector formulas we'll write it now. For sector, first one, okay, this, okay, I will draw another color. This part is nothing but arc of sector. Okay, the pink line. They ask you first one, length of arc of sector. Length of arc of sector formula is theta by 360 into 2 pi r. I'll tell you how to remember as well, because this is theta here. 2 pi r is nothing but the total circumference of circle. So theta by 360, why theta by 360? Total angle of a circle is 360. So which of the portion is having that theta, that only is the sector area. So simply this theta by total theta is 360 into the total circumference, which is 2 pi r. This is the first formula. I will let other two formulas here itself. Second, perimeter of sector. Perimeter of sector is theta by 360 into 2 pi r plus this r and this r, because this is the complete sector. So what is perimeter means, the complete border length of any 2D diagram is nothing but perimeter. Okay, so this perimeter, this is perimeter because this is the two borders and this is other border. This border we already know, which is theta by 360 into 2 pi r. So these two borders are nothing but radius, r and r. So theta by 360 into 2 pi r plus 2r. This is nothing but perimeter of sector. And the third one is the area formula. Area of sector is theta by 360 into pi r square. So this is also easy to remember, because area of circle is pi r square. So and the portion which is having the sector is theta by 360. So theta by 360 into the entire area of circle, which is pi r square. Okay, these are the important formulas for sector. Let's see for what are the formulas for segment. And one more thing, before going to the segment part, if I say this is minor sector, then the other portion which is remaining in the circle, like this, okay, let's change the color. This part, the pink part, is nothing but major sector. So just see in the question what they are asking. They are asking minor sector or major sector. If there's minor sector, there's a small theta angle which are provided, you can just use it. But if it is for major sector, then it is opposite angle. Like if theta minus 360 you have to do to get this major sector area. Okay, this is 2 pi minus theta or 360 minus theta. Okay, whereas minor sector is simple, which is theta. Okay, let's write for segment formulas. Segment is circle, we have one chord, and this is the segment. To find this area, what you have to do is find the sector area of sector minus area of triangle. This part, this entire part is area of sector minus, if I subtract the triangle part is this one. If I subtract the triangle part, then I can enter minus. Most of the cases what they will provide you is this length, that is length of chord, they will also provide you as radius itself. Okay, if all three sides are equal of a triangle, which triangle it is nothing but equilateral triangle. So equilateral triangle formula is root 3 by 4 a square, and here the radius is the side nothing, so it is simple root 3 by 4 r square. So this I am saying, if triangle is equilateral, then you can apply this formula. If not, 99% it will be equilateral triangle only. If not, they will provide you at least the what is area of triangle. Okay, so this is respect to segment and sector, and this covers the formulas from the 11th chapter, that is areas related to circles. Okay, let's go to the 12th chapter. 12th chapter we have so many formulas. I will write one by one, which is surface areas and volumes. Even from this chapter the weightage is high, because you will get big 3 marks, 5 marks, or even case study questions can be from this chapter. So 1 mark, 2 marks are very less chances, but these 3 chances are high. Case study is of 4 marks, I guess. Okay, so these 3 are important. So surface area formulas, let's start from the first one, which is sphere. So before going to surface area formulas, first understand what is TSA and CSA or LSA. Whereas what is CSA or LSA? CSA is curved surface area, or LSA is lateral surface area. Curved surface area is for conical type of surfaces, whereas LSA is for box kind of surfaces like cube or cuboid. Okay, so let's see if all the formulas now TSA, CS and LSA for all the 3D diagrams, 3D in sense 3-dimensional. Okay, so let's see for sphere first. We'll write CSA or LSA, and then I will also write TSA. Okay, so what is CSA of sphere is 4 pi r square, and the same will be for total surface area as well. Why both are same for sphere? Because the top and bottom of a sphere are points like this. So point means no area. Okay, that's why both are same. What about hemisphere? Hemisphere is half sphere, or I can simply say if sphere is a ball, then half of the ball is hemisphere. Okay, so hemisphere CSA formula will be 2 pi r square, whereas TSA will be 3 pi r square. Why here there is a difference? Because this we have a surface which is nothing but a circle in shape. So that's why we need to add pi r square as well for hemisphere. Then we have cylinder. So CSA of cylinder is 2 pi r L to pi r h. Okay, whereas TSA is 2 pi r h plus 2 pi r square. Okay, how to derive also I'll let you know, because for cylinder this is like this. So CSA is nothing but this area, okay, which is 2 pi r into height, which is 2 pi r into h. Where about top and bottom? Top you have one circle, bottom we have another circle, so pi r square plus pi r square, which is 2 pi r square. Okay, then we have cone. Cone CSA is pi r L. Let me just cross check. Yes, correct. Cone CSA is pi r L, whereas TSA is pi r into r plus L. So this also I'll tell you how to remember, because this is cone, then CSA is this entire part, which is pi r L, whereas this one plus bottom is pi r square. So pi r square plus pi r L, if I take pi r as common, it becomes pi r into r plus L. Okay, so what is L here? L is nothing but slant height. Slant height is this one, L. Okay, if they haven't provided you what is L value, then it will be L square, the Pythagoras theorem, L square is equal to h square plus r by 2 whole square. If they haven't provided you L value, but they provided you what is height of cone and what is radius of cone, then using this formula you can get the L value, then you can substitute in this form. Okay, then we have others, which is cube and cuboid. So for cube and cuboid, what are the formulas of LSA and TSA? We'll write it here. LSA is lateral surface area of cube, so we have to consider 4 sides, so which is 4L square, whereas TSA is total 6 sides, which is 6L square. Whereas for cuboid, we have to consider breadth and height, so it will be 2 into LH plus BH, whereas for completing all the sides, it is 2 into LB plus BH plus LH. Okay, because cuboid will be like this. So this is, okay, this is breadth if I write, and this is L if I write, and this is nothing but okay. So what are the volume formulas for all these 3D diagrams? For sphere, volume formula is 4 by 3 pi r cube. For hemisphere, the volume is 2 by 3 pi r cube. For cube, L cube, cuboid, LBH, whereas for cylinder, pi r square h, and for cone 1 by 3 pi r square h. So if they ask you volume formulas for all the 6 questions, just apply these formulas and get the final answers. Okay, so in this way the 12th chapter formulas are also done. Then we have 13th and 14th. 13th is statistics, so here also it is completely formula based. So for statistics, we have 3 things: mean, median and mode. So I'll write all the formulas first. For mean, we have 3 methods, that is normal mean method, and then assumed mean method and step deviation method. Okay, for normal mean method, the first formula is sigma fi xi by sigma fi. This is normal method. And then we have assumed mean method. Assumed mean method, the formula is a plus sigma fi a di by sigma fi, where di is nothing but xi minus a, where a is the assumed mean. Okay, then we have step deviation method. This we apply generally for higher values. Okay, if the frequency values are much higher, then go for step deviation, or else you can also use the assumed mean method. Okay, so because the formula is little similar when compared to assumed mean method and this one. Okay, where ui is equal to xi minus a by h. Okay, this by reading itself it's not easy to remember, but if you solve one or two questions, then definitely you will remember these three formulas. Okay, then we have median. So what is median formula is L plus n by 2 minus Cf by f into h, where L is lower limit of the cumulative frequency value, is preceding frequency value, cumulative frequency, not Cn, it is Cf. Cf means cumulative frequency. So cumulative frequency means you have to just keep on adding till there all the values. Okay, and f is the frequency of the model median class, and h is the class length, like upper limit minus lower limit is nothing but h value. Then we have mode formula. Mode formula is L plus f1 minus f0 by 2f1 minus f0 minus f2 into h, where f1 is the frequency of the model class, f1 frequency of model class, f0 frequency of preceding model class, preceding means before value, whereas f2 is frequency of succeeding and means next value. Preceding means before, succeeding means next value or below value. Okay, so you have to remember these three formulas for statistics, but for statistics I'll try to prepare another video where they will solve two questions at least for all the three types of mean, median and mode. Okay, so this you can expect by tomorrow or at least 3 to 4 days we can expect statistics only video which is dedicated to the statistics chapter. Okay, and then we have the last chapter which is probability. So this is one of the easiest chapter I can say, because the formulas also very easy and then the concepts of the questions also will be very easy, but you can also expect a 5 marks or a case study type of question from this chapter. Okay, this way the weightage is high, but is easy to score from the probability chapter. Okay, the first question is the probability values minimum will be 0, probability of any event, and maximum can be 1. This is minimum and this is maximum. So they can ask you for 1 mark questions, they can give you the probability value, they'll ask you whether this is like legal, I mean exact value or not. Then you can just see whether it is between 0 or 1. If it is between 0 or 1, not event. So not event is nothing but P of E bar. P of E bar is 1 minus P of E. Okay, then we have an important formula. Okay, P of event is nothing but winning chances by total chances. This we have to remember for a generic formula. So I will give a small example. If I say I have a bag which is having 3 white balls and 2 black balls, then I ask you that randomly one ball is picked. what is the probability that it is white ball? P of white ball means white balls total as 3, total balls are 5. If I say what is probability of hitting a black ball, then black balls winning cases 2, total cases 5. In this way we can easily solve it for probability type of question. And here we have 3 types, that is dice, coin and cards. So based upon these 3 you can get a question, or as generic cases also you can get a question. For dice means you have to remember that we have total 6 possibilities, which are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So based on it we have to solve the questions. They can ask you like 2 dice are thrown, then sum of them is equal to 6. So 3 dice are thrown, sum of thrown is some things like that. So based upon the probability you can get it. Whereas for coin we have only 2 cases, which are tail or head. If 2 coins are tossed, then you have to check. If 2 coins are tossed, then it will be TT, TH, HT, HH. So based on it, if they ask you what is the probability that 2 heads are coming, then it is 1, but total it is 1 by 4. So in this way for coin we can understand if 2 coins are tossed, how to get the probability to get 2 heads. Okay, same way for cards, we have to remember that the total cards are 52 cards, out of which we have 4 divisions. So these 4 divisions belongs to diamond, heart, club and spade. So as I mentioned, it is 1 to 3, 4 types. So each card are 13. Okay, I'll write this in separate PPT. Like if I see total cards, as I told you, it is 52. Heart. Okay, there is some issue with the connection. Okay, there is some issue with the connection. Okay, just reconnected back. So if this question, values, you have to remember that diamond we have. So if this question, values, you have to remember that diamond we have 13, heart we have 13, club we have 13 and spade we have 13, and each card starting from 8 till 10, and then jack, queen and king, 8 till 10, jack, queen and king, and so on for all the 4 types. So based upon whichever card they are asking, just pick from this and then get the probability value. So for statistics and probability, I'll try to make a separate. I think probability I already have one video. You can check either in long section or the live section. You can find a video on probability chapter. So in the next video, I'll try to prepare a video on statistics, important questions, that is covering all 3 formulas, mean, median and mode. And then in another video, I'll try to prepare questions on triangles and circles. Okay, if you want any specific video from some other chapter, kindly mention in the comment section, so that I will try to prepare a dedicated video for that particular chapter. Okay.